Have you ever wondered why so many of us make New Year's resolutions only to abandon them shortly after? This question is not unfamiliar, especially as the year draws to a close and we begin to reflect on the past 12 months. The tradition of making New Year's resolutions dates back thousands of years, to the ancient Babylonians who made promises to their gods at the start of each year. Fast forward to the 21st century, and this practice has evolved into a global phenomenon. But why are we so drawn to this idea of a fresh start? Well, it all comes down to psychology. Our brains are wired to seek out novelty and change. A new year provides the perfect opportunity for a psychological reset, a chance to wipe the slate clean and start afresh. It's an exciting prospect, isn't it? But there's a catch. Despite our best intentions, research shows that more than half of us will abandon our New Year's resolutions within the first 6 months. This is a common phenomenon, and there are several reasons why it happens. Firstly, our resolutions are often too ambitious. We set ourselves up for failure by aiming for goals that are unrealistic or unachievable. Secondly, we tend to focus on the outcome rather than the process. This means that when we don't see immediate results, we become discouraged and give up. Lastly, we often forget to account for the fact that change is difficult. It requires effort, commitment, and most importantly, patience. So, while New Year's resolutions can provide a much-needed fresh start, they can also set us up for disappointment. But what does this mean for our mental health? Well, the answer to that is not as straightforward as you might think. It's a complex issue that warrants a deeper look, and that's exactly what we're going to do in the next scenes. So stick around as we delve into the pros and cons of New Year's resolutions from a mental health perspective. You might just find yourself rethinking your resolutions for the upcoming year. New Year's resolutions can be a powerful tool for personal growth and change. Let's delve into the benefits they can bring, especially from a mental health standpoint. Firstly, New Year's resolutions can instill a sense of purpose. As we bid goodbye to the old year and welcome the new one, it's natural to reflect on our lives and consider changes we'd like to make. Crafting resolutions provides us with a clear goal to strive towards, a purpose that can drive us forward and give our lives a sense of direction. This purpose can be incredibly beneficial to our mental health, as it encourages us to focus our energies on meaningful endeavors. Secondly, resolutions encourage self-improvement. Whether it's learning a new language, losing weight, or being more present, these goals inspire us to become better versions of ourselves. They push us to step out of our comfort zones and tackle challenges head-on. This process of self-improvement can lead to increased self-esteem and confidence, which are fundamental to mental well-being. Thirdly, resolutions foster resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and we're bound to face obstacles in our pursuit of our goals. But it's through overcoming these hurdles that we build resilience. Struggling and succeeding in our resolutions teaches us that we're stronger than we think, and that we can bounce back from setbacks. This resilience is invaluable, not just in achieving our resolutions, but in navigating life's inevitable difficulties. Finally, resolutions promote a positive outlook. When we set goals and work towards them, we're essentially creating a roadmap for success. This roadmap can foster a positive mindset, as we're actively envisioning a future where we've achieved our goals. This positivity is not only uplifting, but can also alleviate feelings of anxiety and depression. Research echoes these points. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that people who make New Year's resolutions are 10 times more likely to change their behavior compared to those who don't. Clearly, New Year's resolutions can be beneficial, but what happens when they become a source of stress instead of motivation? That's a question we'll tackle in the next segment. While New Year's resolutions can be a source of motivation, they can also lead to unnecessary pressure and disappointment. Now, let's delve into the less glamorous side of these yearly commitments. New Year's resolutions, when not thoughtfully considered, can lead to a host of mental health challenges. For starters, they can create unrealistically high expectations. We all want to be the best versions of ourselves, but setting the bar too high can result in self-criticism when we inevitably fall short. It's like aiming to climb Mount Everest when we've never even hiked a hill. Research has shown that unrealistic expectations can lead to feelings of failure. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that more than half of resolution makers feel a sense of disappointment when they fail to achieve their goals, and this can lead to a downward spiral of negative self-perception and even depression. Another pitfall of New Year's resolutions is the stress they can create. We live in a world that's already filled with pressures and deadlines, and adding more to the mix, even in the name of self-improvement, can be overwhelming. The American Psychological Association advises that chronic stress can lead to serious health problems like heart disease, depression, and anxiety disorders. Moreover, maintaining new habits isn't a walk in the park. It takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, according to a study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology. Now imagine trying to establish multiple new habits at once. It's like juggling while riding a unicycle. It can be done, but it's not easy and can lead to burnout. So, New Year's resolutions are a double-edged sword. They can motivate us but can also lead to stress and disappointment. It's all about how we approach them. As we continue our journey into the new year, let's remember to be kind to ourselves, set realistic goals, and prioritize our mental health above all else. Because at the end of the day, our well-being is the most important resolution we can make. So, how do we strike a balance with New Year's resolutions? Striking a balance is all about setting thoughtful, realistic goals. One crucial tip is to focus on the journey, not just the destination. Instead of setting up a lofty goal that's miles away, why not focus on the process? Each small step you take towards your goal is a victory in itself. That way, you're not only celebrating the end result, but every little progress along the way. Another tip is to practice self-compassion. Remember, we're all human, and sometimes we falter. Instead of berating yourself for slipping up, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Use these moments as opportunities to learn and grow. Lastly, don't forget to set resolutions that align with your values and contribute to your overall well-being. This is your journey after all. Remember, the goal of a New Year's resolution should be to promote growth and well-being, not to add to your stress. Here's to a healthy and happy new year. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Join us at mentalhealthlove.com for more great self-care tips and articles.